which means if you're able to not take damage for a certain amount of time, you do even more damage until you get hit, and that buff is cancelled. And my weapon, for my current build, I'm using conditioning, which means I can sprint and use up less stamina. But that's the only stamina saving thing I have, just sprinting. So I'm trying to conserve my dodging, which is why I have a fireproof build, so this way when I catch on fire I don't waste 3 dodges to put out the fire. So a few tips about speedrunning, it's all random stuff. The first is location, because a behemoth could either spawn closest to you or farthest away. That's one factor between running 20 seconds to reach a behemoth versus running 2 minutes to reach a behemoth. And number 2, it's interrupting its escape. You could actually break apart or knock it out before it actually escapes. You'll notice it when the danger meter drops by 25%. That's when it's a sign that it's about to escape, plus the music will change. For number 3, pray to RNG for 2 enrage mode activations. Behemoths will always enrage at least one time in battle, but if they enrage twice, that's even better for you. I've never seen a behemoth rage 3 times, so I'm not even sure if it ever could, but if it does enrage 2 times, expect it to run away right after. Number 4, focus more time on fighting. Realize that you waste time walking, so dodge toward the behemoth. You waste time healing, so try not to use potions unless you absolutely need to. And you waste time using buffs because you're going to have to use... If you want to use buff potions, you have to spend time gathering them too. So for my runs, I'm just going to do clean runs, which is just using the basic 5 default potions. Number 5, go all out. As in, if you have a sword charge, a weapon charge, whichever weapon you're using, and a lantern charge, just use them. Because if you attack while your charge is already full, you're not going to get an extra charge, so that one attack just wasted yourself from getting an extra charge. But it's really all just luck and knowing your behemoths very well. I'm just going to do 2 patrols and heroics just to give you an idea of what I think of whenever I fight. Also, because of my build, since it's a knockout build, it's pacifier, so I rely on stagger damage. And the tail, attacking the tail does not do stagger damage, so I avoid the tail in heroic mode. Instead, I'll attack the head and legs of the behemoth. Also, everything that I had in Notepad I'll put inside the description after this video is done. Also, the only 2 behemoths that I would attack the tail on is Rage Tail and Firebrand. Those are the only 2 exceptions. And Rezakiri, since the thing is flying most of the time, so the only thing you could attack is the tail. But yeah, every other behemoth I absolutely avoid the tail. So whenever I start, I always have this one path. In the south there's a spawn area, but I know there's nothing there, and I can see the Aether Pool in the northwest. But in every single map I have a certain path that I take. It's just personal preference for you though. So I can see every single spawn in one run. This way I'm not backtracking, zigzagging all over the map and stuff like that. So whenever I start this hunt, because Rage Tail is so dangerous with this tail, I'm just going to dodge toward the tail, get there quicker, and quickly attack it, and attack where the tail would stop after a tail spin. You have to predict where the behemoth will land. And again, try not to walk, so I'm just going to keep dodging to get toward the tail. Since the tail is a bit far, I'm just going to attack the leg. Also, my sword has a 7th hit bonus, so I'm trying to get 7 hits in a row without getting hurt myself. So it's very important that I keep attacking. But it only does bonus damage on the 7th. 7th hit only does bonus damage on part break, so I have to make sure that I hit a part that's not broken, otherwise I'm just wasting time attacking. Couldn't dodge that in time. That was the last stomp, just dodging toward the rage. It's gonna do 4 tail slimps, so I'm pretty much stuck here. Oh, luckily it's only 3. I'm number 5, number 6. Oh, jeez, I died. I'm trying to weaken the leg because later on, yeah, when it stomps like this without its tail, you could just dodge underneath it. And same plan with the legs, since now the tail is broken, I can just dodge from leg to leg. How that hit me, oh well. And since I'm out of the revive, I'm trying to keep my HP above 50% so I don't lose this heroic battle. I see stagger bubbles, so I'm going to attack the head because I do way more stagger damage on the head. And thankfully the behemoth got knocked down right away, so now I'm just going to keep attacking the head because the head is the only part that I did not attack in the whole battle. So it would take a longer time to break the head. And somehow the head broke even though it was staggered. Which woke up the behemoth, but that's fine because it died anyway. But ideally, whenever I knock out a behemoth, I would try avoiding breaking apart, because breaking apart will cause the behemoth to wake up. If I was attacking a leg and the behemoth got knocked out, then I would attack the head. But if I was attacking the head and it got knocked out, then I would attack the leg instead, because the head was weakened. Since I got lucky with the rage tail, it was easy for me, so I'll just do 2 more heroic hunts. I just have to hope it's not rockfall, because my best time in rockfall is 6 minutes. Oh, Rift Stalker. This is actually going to be tough. Okay, so another thing about speedrunning, it's kind of, well, it's going to be based on skill too, so the more you can interrupt the behemoth, like Bloodfire, Rift Stalker, Frostback, you could interrupt. It would really help shave your runtime really fast. So if I really want to make this into a speedrun, I'm gonna have to interrupt this behemoth constantly. The less I interrupt, the longer the battle takes. I'm attacking the head for the most stagger damage, because I want to knock out the behemoth as soon as I can. Sprint, dodge and attack, so it's quicker. Make sure I evade the other attacks. Tailspin. The controller didn't register my dodge. Oh wow, that actually hurts you. Oh crap, not a good time to use a potion. Thankfully I knocked it out before it was about to teleport me into its dark dome. Also, I remember I said not to waste time using potions, but if a behemoth is doing something where you cannot attack it, then just use the potion. What's it doing? Could have sworn it entered enraged mode, but it didn't do the spin top. Beyblade. Couldn't interrupt it. Also, behemoths that fire projectiles, I would use them as a body shield. So I was trying to stay behind Riftstalker while the projectiles were aiming at me. Unfortunately, I woke it up after I staggered the behemoths, so oh well. This is actually a bad thing. I need to heal myself because this attack would take out like 50% of your HP. You can see the white rays of light just shining through the portal just before it was about to jump out. Ever since the sword was changed, I have not been able to get a sub 5 run with Koshai, Riftstalker, Valamir, and Shroud. And since I'm low on pots, this is actually probably not gonna end well. If I could just knock him out right here, it would be the perfect body shield to protect me from those projectiles. I really need to heal. Since I'm so far away from its front, it's just going to do some sort of charging attack. Like lunging at me or spinning toward me. Right now I'm just watching it to see if it turns its body toward me, because that means it was coming at me. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna keep attacking the head because the head was broken once before, so it's like a brand new part. Screw this, I'm just gonna heal. Okay, so Riftstalker ran away, so the speedrun is pretty much over because it only enraged once and then ran away after. Yeah, if it takes a longer time to come out of a portal, that means it's just gonna come out of it with its backside, so there's no point in interrupting it. Hell yeah. I interrupted a escape. He wasn't trying to flee from battle, but he was just trying to use another attack. Don't know what attack move he was trying to use, but I don't really care. I just want this thing to die. I'm not gonna get up. And right now I'm just trying to play safe because I only have this one potion left. Also, you could attack Riftstalker while he does this particular attack, but It's just I do so little damage because I only hit him once or twice that I'm just not gonna bother with it. Unfortunately, I wasted time attacking the tail, but I was able to break it, so it's not a waste. Plus, the more damage I do to him, the sooner he'll die. I'm trying to conserve my stamina. Spin top. It's the water fountain roof stalker. At this point, I'm just trying to attack anything so Rift Stalker dies. Knockout? Nope, couldn't do it. And I mistimed that miserably. If Rift Stalker had run away again, I would have just played it safe and go back to the previous Aether pool if it still had some charges left for healing. Even though the run was 9 minutes, anything less than 10 minutes I consider as fast, so I guess it's a slow speed run, but whatever. Hopefully I get a challenging behemoth like Chalkjaw or Deadeye. Lucky me. The key thing about this behemoth is try not to get hit, because if it shocks you and you need to use a potion, you're going to be screwed because you won't be able to use a potion. And since I'm not using any kind of electric gear, I'm not going to be partially immune to thunder. Whenever you first counter Shockjaw, just use lightning and then do a belly twice, but it has to look at you when it starts doing the belly slide. So if you want to speed up the belly slide, just stand in front of it. Arms. I couldn't dodge that. Arm swing again. I'm just gonna attack the back legs, avoiding the tail. Body slide. Tail whip. I'm missing the head a lot, so all these wasted attacks just slowing me down, and I'm not trying to hit the tail. Okay, so both pylons are on that side. I can just use Shockjaw as a bodyguard. I want Shockjaw to go over here so he can stay on this side. Lure him over, use him as a shield. I'm trying to keep track of where all the pylons are so I know when to dodge. Plus if I see one lighting up, that gives me a sign that the others also fired a charge. Luckily I staggered the thing. Now I can just go well on him. Since I was attacking back legs most of the battle earlier, I'm just going to target the head. And since my build also has Rage Hunter, this is actually a perfect time to hit it because I get to do stagger and extra damage from Rage. Since I'm not shocked, I'm going to keep my my health at 100%. Okay, so I have a shock next to me. Oh, another pylon came from over here. Yeah, I'm surrounded. I need to lure Shockjaw to one side of the battlefield so I'm not surrounded by pylons. Thankfully his arm blocked that one. Head's broken. I could attack the head or leg, but since I could stagger it a little bit with the part break, I'm going to attack the leg. But if it's enraged, I'm going to attack the head because of my Rage Hunter build. I'm trying to save up my stamina. Incoming ball. And I still get hit anyway. I see stagger bubbles, so I'm trying to walk my way toward him before that happens. I'm gonna retreat just so I could heal. And since this is the second time that he enraged, he is gonna run away. So this speedrun is also over, but I'm just trying to play it safe because of all these electric stuff. Thankfully it's gonna keep attacking me for a bit, but I don't know how long, so I need to hurry up and keep attacking him. Oh yeah, he's running now. 0% danger meter. Yeah, if I didn't have fallen off that cliff, I could have done way more damage. Probably even killed him. Okay, so is that the spawn area? I used to help I'm stuck feature if the behemoth spawns closer to the spawn area. Saves time from walking there. And since the behemoth ran away, it healed a little bit, so it was just going to take a little bit longer to kill. I want to use my 7th hit. Oh, I wasted it by hitting the head. Oh well. Okay. Pylon by Nazaga, pylon behind Nazaga. I'm out of stamina, so I had to take the hit. I see stagger bubbles, I need to hurry up and attack the limbs. Try to get as much stagger as I can. Perfect. I'm just going to attack the backside, even though I'm not hitting any body part. just these extra damage is enough to help me kill it, and thankfully it dies. So yeah, builds are really important with your playstyle. You could get the best build from the best speedrunner in Dauntless, but it would only work for you if you play the exact same way as that speedrunner. So this video is pretty much over. You could leave if you want right now, but I'm going to explain a few things about Neizaga. A little bit about his angles. His tail. This would be his leg. His front leg. Okay, say you're trying to attack Neizaga from up here, and he is between two pylons. If you could form a line, and the pylons could still hit you from the center. Yeah, pylons could still hit you, so this is a bad position to be in, like directly between both, pretty much a line. But if you could attack Neizaga from a further angle, like let's say up here, let's see if the pylons could still reach you. If the pylon shoots toward you, then this pylon would get blocked over here, which is actually a good thing. So you want to only keep an eye on this pylon in particular, so when it comes toward you, you could dodge toward this area right here and attack its front leg or head. Notice that I'm attacking the leg. Yeah, so just be aware of your angles whenever you're with Neizaga and you form a line between the pylons. Notice Neizaga is not in this line. So just be aware about the angles, that's all you really need to worry about. Yeah, like I said, speedrunning is just based on luck, some procs. Just do whatever you can. Find what's best for you. Experiment with everything if you want. And have a good day.